Okay, so I guess this is part 4. My last one got cut off because my memory card ran out, but so number 31, do you find that normal guys are attracted to you or size fetish men? So for those of you that don't know, there are men out there that have a fetish for super morbidly obese women, and that's just what they like, and I know that they're out there. In my experience, I have definitely dated men that love my body, and yeah, and I like that too. I mean, it makes me feel sexy and not embarrassed, and you know, I can be naked in front of them and not ashamed. So that feels great. I've been contacted by men that like are feeders, so they want to feed me and they kind of get off on that. That kind of like turns me off. Let's see. As far as like normal guys, I mean, I know I'm beautiful, sorry to be vain, but you know, I know I'm beautiful and I know I have a great personality, so I think I can attract men that normally wouldn't go for someone that's my size. Or, you know, if someone told them, hey, this person is 500 pounds, what do you think? Of course they'd be like, no way. But I think that sometimes I can win them over, and but again, going back to like some of my issues of putting up that wall and not wanting to commit. But I've dated both, I guess. Men that primarily only date large women, and I've also dated men that don't really date large women, and but they still like me and find me attractive. So number 32, compared to last year, how has your outlook changed? So a year ago, I was preparing to go to an eating disorder treatment center, and prior to making the decision to go, I was feeling pretty hopeless. Even though I had a job and, you know, was working and I wasn't super depressed, I still felt hopeless about my future. I didn't know how I was going to get under 500 pounds. I didn't know how I was going to ever meet a man and have children and do the things I really wanted to do. So it felt a bit hopeless. And my outlook this year is much brighter, and I think going to that treatment center helped me to change my outlook and to really find my belief in God again. And I see now that everything happens for a reason. I mean, I've always kind of believed that, but my hope is back. My hope for the future. So number 33, what physical changes have you noticed and what are you looking forward to? So I've noticed that my face is slimming, and I've noticed that my stomach is slimming. Other than that, physically, like as far as looking at my body, those are the two main places that I see. But in that same, you know, on that same note, sometimes I can look in the mirror and see a difference, and then the next day I look in the mirror and I see the same 500-pound person. So I know a lot of that's in my head, but sometimes I'll get little glimpses of, oh, I notice a little difference, and it makes me happy. As far as another physical change, not so much in how I look, but how I feel. Doing the increased exercise, I'm doing a walk in the morning and then I'm working out after work at the gym. I definitely noticed my stamina is so much better, and just my energy level. I'll get home and I'll have a little skip to my step, or I don't know, my body moves a little different, so I really like that. Number 34, what is your favorite color? I like jewel tones, so dark purple, dark orange, burgundy, black. Those are my favorite colors. Favorite food or favorite meal? So I have a favorite food memory, I guess, so we'll keep it like that. I want to say, I can't remember the year. Might be, I want to say it's 2007. My family went to California, same location that we're going to this coming weekend, and we'd had a really busy day, and it was my birthday, and so we went to the Cheesecake Factory, which I'd never been, and I didn't realize it was such a fancy place. So I ordered the chicken pesto pasta, and it was so good, really, really good. And just the company and the day, I was so happy. And then I ordered a piece of chocolate chip cookie dough cheesecake, and it was just awesome. Just the whole experience along with the meal. So I think that's part of the reason that the meal tasted so good to me in my mind and my memory, because the whole day and experience was great. So I have a picture, so I'll see if I can post it here. And yeah, so number 36, any tattoos? Yes, I have 3. I have a butterfly on my back, and it's maybe like this big on my back shoulder. I got it when I was 19 at a biker shop and on a trip. I also have a small butterfly, maybe like square, about that big, on the inside of my right foot, right below my ankle. And then on my left foot, in the same area, on the inside below my ankle, are 2 little cherries. Number 37, have you ever had any symptoms of anorexia or bulimia? I've never had symptoms of anorexia. As far as bulimia, I've certainly had thoughts of wanting to binge and having that craving to binge, and just wishing that I could just throw it up, and but I've never actually tried to do it, because even as a child I've always hated throwing up, hated it. So I just can't picture doing it, and I'm glad for that. I feel like that's a slippery slope, and if I were to start, I would have a hard time going back. So I'm also aware of it because of, you know, I understand with addictions and with eating disorders, you can go from one to another. So after surgery, I don't want to go from being an overeater to an undereater, or going into bulimia. So I'm just trying to be aware of it for that as well. So longest relationship, excuse me. I just got out of a on and off again relationship, and we were messing around for about 4 years. So that's been tough. We've tried to break it off many times and then go back to it. So he forgot my birthday this year. So I'd been wanting to end it for a while, and that was kind of the last straw. So we stopped talking, I think 2 weeks ago now, and I think that's best. But I miss him, of course. So number 39, did you struggle with weight in high school? Yes. Let's see. I was about 310 pounds was my highest in high school, and then in my junior year I went on the Jenny Craig program and lost about 70 pounds. And I don't know if I have any necessarily like before Jenny Craig pictures that I have on my computer that I can put up, but I will show a picture of me after Jenny Craig at my lowest weight, which is my lowest ever adult weight, which was 240 pounds here. And yeah, so I remember Jenny Craig is mainly frozen meals, so I remember at my senior prom I was dressed in my prom dress, eating my frozen macaroni and cheese, trying not to get it on my dress. And I was committed to Jenny Craig, that's for sure. So I lost a lot of weight. But that's the thing with diets. I mean, you're so extreme and then you fall off a little bit and then, you know, you're off the wagon. So I remember I allowed myself to have a Whopper at Burger King with my girlfriends for lunch at school one day, and I remember biting into it and it was just like heaven. I hate that I even think that, but that's the problem with the extreme black and white thinking and dieting. So I think this is a good place to stop, and we'll start part 5 in a minute. Bye.